Namaskar, good evening, Salaam Alaikum, and welcome to the 52nd Outreach and Knowledge Transfer webinar on very important topic, the cost of neglecting safety from industrial accident to safety excellence. Today is 26th August 2026, Wednesday, and 20:30 hours IST. On behalf of J&A Bharat HSE Foundation and J&A Global HSE Foundation, we warmly welcome you for this 52nd Outreach and Knowledge Transfer OKT webinar. Before we start, we would like to briefly talk about protocol for our meetings. Kindly mute your microphone, and of course, you can raise the hand whenever you want to speak. It's better to switch off your camera for the sake of the connectivity issues, and kindly post your queries, comments, suggestions in the chat box. The meeting is being recorded for our future reference, and for those friends who are unable to join today, but they have registered for this session. Also, those who are joining first time, kindly register your name, company designation, company email ID, and other that will help us to communicate you better. As our Jitu Saab says, we need to have a ceremony group photo at the end of the vote of thanks. Kindly do stay. More important thing is, today we are going to give a complimentary EHS app application from Hello Safe. So Mr. Aju George is going to brief on that. And also, of course, you will get the e-certificate. All those things are for the people who are attending the full session. And the Zoom gives a clear attendance record, who is joining, who is leaving. So that will be given for the full attendees session. And as you see on the right side, there is a QR code. That QR code takes you to the, a lot of wealthy of information. We call it as a WhatsApp knowledge hub. And on behalf of Mr. Pravish, who is our digital chair for the digital and HSE innovation, and he's unable to join because of another event. And I'm sure everybody is aware today is the Onam celebration, and he has written a very beautiful concept of Onam to the safety. And it takes 1 minute or so, but I would like to read what exactly he has written, and it is worth reading also for all of us. And Onam and safety, it's a different tradition, same values. Onam is more than a festival. It is a celebration of unity, preparation, discipline, participation, and shared responsibility. Interestingly, these are the same principles that build a strong safety culture at our workplaces. Think about Pookalam. Pookalam is a flower, this thing. Every flower may be different in color, size, and position, but each one contributes to the beauty of the final design. In the same way, every employee has a different role, but everyone's contribution is most important for creating a safer workplaces. Think about the Onam Sadhya, which is a lunch basically. A successful Sadhya requires planning, preparation, coordination, cleanliness, and everyone doing their part at the right time. Safety works exactly the same way. Risk assessment, procedures, competency, communication, and supervision must come together before the job can be performed safely. Sadhya is almost having a 50 varieties of dishes in one lunch, basically. It's called the Onam Sadhya. And next, Onam also teaches about sharing and caring. We celebrate together, eat together, and look after one another. A positive safety culture carries the same spirit. If we see a colleague taking a risk, we intervene. If someone needs support, we help, we identify hazard, we communicate it safely. It's not only about protecting ourselves, it is about protecting each other. And just as an Onam celebration cannot be successful through one person's effort, safety cannot be the responsibility of the management alone. Job supervisors and every crew member of the workplace have a role to play. And one team, one family, one goal, zero harm. So this is a message from our Mr. Prabish, our chair for the HSE Digital Tools, and he's also HSE manager for one of the company, IMB. And he's unable to join today, but I just briefed on his behalf. If you like it, give a thumbs up, please. And also today is another festival is called Eid Milad al-Nabi, and Basically, it is a prophet's birthday. On this blessed occasion, we extend our warm greetings to all our participants today. May the value of peace, compassion, humanity, and service inspire us to build safer workplaces and a better society. So, Eid Milad on Nabi Mubarak to all participants once again. With that, we are planning to move ahead with the agenda. Agenda is going to be two parts. Part one will be introductions, and part two will be the main topic by our subject matter expert, Mr. B. Srinivas, and he will be introduced by our advocate for Advocate for Andhra Pradesh State, Mr. Jayanthi Lachaya Garu, who is the one who introduced him to our foundation. Then we will have a Q&A. The Q&A moderator will be Mr. Dinesh Paul. He's joining from Bihar, India. And he is also one of the chair for the communication and leadership skills. And afterwards, we'll hand over to Mr. Aju George, who is joining from Kerala today. And when Mr. Nathan, who joined recently our foundation, he just joined our WhatsApp group, and he was telling that I would like to know more about this. We said this is a giving back platform, just people who are here to support each other. So Mr. Aju sent a message to me that I want to give it back to our fraternity, and today is here. Let's listen to him after all the Q&A, that what exactly is going to share and what exactly is going to give everybody on this occasion of the Onam. And we'll also have a networking and open discussion and photography as well. So with that, I would like to invite our beloved Mr. Jitu Patel, one of the fellow founding trustee of our foundations, with the brief remarks. Mr. Jitu.
Thank you, Ashok ji. Good day and namaskar to everyone. Happy Onam, Eid Mubarak to all those concerned. Our honored guest, our today's respected, well-honored guest speaker, Dr. B.M. Srinivas, who is the Deputy General Manager of Visakhapatnam Steel Industries, and also to all my fellow HSE professional leaders, specialists, consultants, and auditors. With that, I cannot forget our distinguished other delegates. On behalf of the JNA Bharat and JNA Global HSE Foundations, a very warm welcome to all of you. We are now celebrating today all these beautiful festivities along with 52nd OKT session being honored by our guest speaker, Dr. Srinivas. Everyone knows my good friend, in fact, I should say great friend and co-founding trustee, Mr. Ashok Garlapati-ji, whom you just said hello, for his remarkable contributions to the HSE profession, who has developed countless numbers of HSE professionals globally. And for that, he gets honored by the Board of Certified Safety Professional, which is the world's highly reputed professional organization, to visit all over the world. And very shortly, he's planning to go to Honolulu. And we are feeling very proud. And Ashokji, I'm proud to share that you really have been not only recognized by BCSP repeatedly for your remarkable and significant contributions in advancement and development of the profession globally as a BCSP director, BCSP president, past president, and now continuing to serve as the BCSP executive board advisor. You were also bestowed upon with the highest and prestigious fellow honor awarded by the world's largest HSE organization, American Society of Safety Professionals, with a fellowship, and also the United Kingdom's fellowship, which is awarded by IOSH. Ashokji, without any further ado, I would request you to conduct the proceedings of today's webinar. floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Jitu Saab, for the quick remarks, and appreciate your continuous encouragement to me and to all our fraternity members. Thank you so much. So with that, we would like to welcome you all once again. And I'm sure there are some people who are joining first time. For those people, we want to repeat about our foundation, exactly what exactly is this foundation and what we are doing under this foundation. This is of course, Mr. Jitu and myself met quite some time back in Chicago. Since then, we have been working together. Together, we have 9 decades of experience, I can say. And those 9 decades of experience, we spent a lot of time engaging with the fraternity and influenced several people on these countries where the blue flag is there. And we wanted to give it back more to India. Of course, India is having so many professional organizations, but the foundation was not there. The concept of foundation was not there, as today's topic is mainly focusing on the neglecting of the safety. And you see on the left side, India, unfortunately, on the top of the chart, related to the global deaths related to industrial accidents. We wanted to do our little contribution from our side. So we established this foundation on 25th March 2022. And also we established a global foundation on 30th November 2022. Everything is virtual. Absolutely, we do not have any physical gatherings except scholarship awards and other things. So we always do virtual programs. Basically, the foundation is not at all a membership organization. It is a completely purely charity organization to support our HSC profession and HSC professionals. We engage with the professional organizations. We also engage with the corporate organizations, academic institutions, as well as individuals and NGOs, philanthropists also. Our mission, vision, and very simple: to support our HSC profession and HSC professionals. Our objectives are very clear: to advance our profession, to support and promote OSH as a career choice among students. In line with this direction, we established the AP, Andhra Pradesh Students HSC Fraternity. We call it the AP Chef. Mr. Madhu Bura and Mr. Jayanti Lachaya Garu are on the local in Vizag, and they are establishing a foundation. I mean, this IP Chef we announced last month OKT. We also inspire and develop leaders to provide education and development opportunities. We do have a recognition programs. We engage with the universities and local colleges, and we also have MOUs with the organizations having the similar objectives. And again, in line with that giving back concept, we established a learning management system. It's called LMS. You can go to this particular website and get your courses. Several safety-related courses are there, free of cost, and you can also complete the course and get the e-certificate as well if you want. And that's about LMS. Mr. Makbul Sheikh has been supporting on this concept. And last few, I think before last OKT, we launched 4 ebooks. And courtesy goes to Mr. Madhu Nalan Chakravarti. He is our editor of the newsletter called the e-newsletter. He was instrumental in establishing, developing these book letters, and we launched these book letters on the last few, I think during the month of July. And these e-books are available in our website, free of cost for downloading. You can always download and spread your knowledge, increase your knowledge as well. So with that, we would like to go to the part 2 of the agenda. And the part 2 is talking about the cost of neglecting safety, from industrial accident to safety excellence. In order to introduce our today's speaker, I invite Mr. Jayanti Lachaya Garu, who is our advocate for the AP Chef, which is standing for the AP Students HSC Fraternity. And Mr. Jayanti Garu, please go ahead and introduce today's speaker, Dr. Srinivas Garu. Please.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I thank Jitubhai Patel and Ashok Garlapate for the opportunity given to me to introduce Border Part MLA Srinivas. and is working as a Deputy General Manager, Mechanical Engineering and Operations Leader, and is a safety professional too, in charge of safety system in steel plant. Dr. Bottapati Melissa Srinivas, whom we call in short as BMS, is a mechanical engineer professional with over 27 years of experience in the integrated steel industry. He is currently serving as a Deputy General Manager, Mechanical at Visakhapatnam Steel Plant, RINL, where he heads the operations, maintenance, reliability, and safety of coal batteries and other critical plant equipment. He has played a key role in the successful commissioning and stabilization of coke oven batteries number 4 and number 5, while leading major shutdowns, modifications, modernization of projects, and reliability improvement initiative that have significantly enhanced plant performance and operational efficiency. A dedicated safety professional, Dr. Srinivas, serves as a overall coordinator for ISO 45001, which is Occupational Health and Safety Management System, and ISO 14001, Environment Management System. He is certified in Safety Audit IS 14489 2018 and HACCP by DG Fastly Mumbai. And he is a HACCP leader and a permit to work trainer, and he has prepared a lot of SOPs and all as far as these things are concerned, HACCP, PTW, and so on. He has a successful led critical plant operation during challenging situations, including the cyclone Hutut induced total power failure. So we call it as a blackout. That time he managed the plant very nicely with his expertise and all, and demonstrated exceptional leadership, crisis management, and commitment to safety. Dr. Srinivas holds a bachelor degree in mechanical engineering and an MBA, and is currently pursuing a diploma in industrial safety to further strengthen his professional expertise with the GICE Visakhapatnam. In recognition of his outstanding contributions to engineering and industrial safety, he has been awarded an honorary doctorate in safety, health, environment, fire, and training. He has also published a research paper in the field of emergency preparedness, which we are going to have in our OML also. Okay. Then, beyond his professional achievements, Dr. Srinivas is passionate about adventure and lifelong learning. He has participated in the Royal Enfield Himalayan Odyssey, completed the National Himalayan Trekking Expedition, toured Bhutan by motorcycle, and served as an NCC candidate, reflecting his discipline, resilience, and leadership. Dr. Bottapati Srinivas is an accomplished engineering leader, safety professional, and committed contributor to the growth and excellence of India's largest steel industry, and is a CWC member of FASA, okay, of Visakhapatnam chapter. Thank you. With this, I leave the floor to our Ashok Garlapati sir to hand over further to Srinivas. Thank you.
Thank you, Jayanti garu. With that, I request our speaker of the day to share his screen and start our important topic of cost of neglecting safety. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jitu garu, Ashok Garlapati garu, for giving me an opportunity to present my presentation in J&J Global and Bharat Foundation. And one more important person in my life is none other than Dr. Jayanti Lachai garu. He is my safety guru, mentor, and everything. Thank you, sir. Let us go to
Kindly put on the slideshow, sir. Slideshow.
Okay, right, sir. Okay, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Perfect, sir. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, we can see and you can go ahead, sir. Yes.
1 minute. Okay, sir. Hello?
Yeah, go forward.
Yeah.
Right, sir.
Go
Thank you.
forward.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Before I begin this
One
presentation,
minute, Srinivas Garu. I think you are
sir,
sharing the presenter screen. You have to share only
1
the,
minute, sir.
yeah, yeah. You choose the portion, So,
Right, sir.
yeah. We are seeing the slide notes also. So, they are now put on the slideshow. Yes. Now you can go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
You will see the notes only yourself. Not we don't see.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, correct, sir. Correct. Okay.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Before I begin this presentation, I would like to briefly share what has shaped me as a person. My journey begins with my parents, whose values and sacrifices have been the foundation of my life. My faith and spiritual teachers have also influenced the way I look at responsibility, discipline, and service. I believe that professional success is meaningful only when it is supported by good values. So, this presentation is not only about safety systems and statistics, it is also about our responsibility towards human life. Coming to my family, behind every professional is a family that supports the journey. My wife and my children have been an important source of strength and encouragement throughout my career. When we talk about workplace safety, we often talk about employees, equipment, and production. But behind every employee, there is a family waiting for the person to return home safely. That is why safety is ultimately not only a workplace responsibility, it is a responsibility towards families, relationships, and the people who depend on us. Coming to my hobbies, outside my professional life, I enjoy traveling, trekking, nature, and long motorcycle journeys. These experiences have taught me something very important: respect for the environment and awareness of risk. When we travel through mountains or difficult terrain, we naturally assess conditions before moving forward. So we don't take unnecessary risks. The same thinking should apply in our workplaces. Every job has hazards, and every hazard deserves our attention. Safety is about developing the habit of observing, thinking, and acting responsibly. Coming to today's presentation, the cost of neglecting safety. The central message of this presentation: every accident has a cost, but the greatest cost is a human life that cannot be replaced. So, safety is often treated as an expense because its benefits are not always immediately visible. But one accident can affect people, production, assets, profitability, and public trust. My objective today is to show why safety should not be viewed as a compliance activity, but as one of the most important investments an organization can make. My presentation consists 5 parts. Part 1: the cost of neglecting safety. We'll look at why industries sometimes neglect safety and when that neglect really costs. The important question is not simply how much will safety cost us. The better question is how much will failure to invest in safety cost us. We will look at the business consequences, accident statistics, and the hidden costs that are often not visible immediately. The message is simple. Safety protects people, protects the plant, protects the business, and protects the future also. Industrial accidents are much more than safety failures. They are business failures. An accident can simultaneously affect people, plant, production, profitability, and public trust. What makes this especially serious is that many of the consequences continue long after the emergency is over. Therefore, safety must be treated as a strategic investment. Strong leadership, effective systems, and learning from previous incidents can prevent future losses. The fundamental message of this presentation is invest in safety, protect lives, protect business, and build a sustainable future. Coming to this slide, why industries neglect safety? Organizations neglect safety when everyone knows its importance. Usually, it is not because people deliberately want accidents to happen. It happens through small compromises like cost pressure, production pressure, weak leadership, routine and complacency, inadequate training, and weak systems. The dangerous part is that these compromises may appear harmless individually, but when several of them occur together, the probability of a major accident increases dramatically. Therefore, safety leadership must prevent small compromises from becoming larger failures. Coming to the real cost of an industrial accident. When an accident happens, the first thing we usually calculate is the visible damage, like injuries, equipment damage, production loss, and penalties. But these are only part of the story. There are also hidden costs like reputation, employer morale, environmental consequences, customer confidence, and business disruption. In fact, the financial impact can continue for years. So, when management asks whether safety is expensive, my answer is safety is an investment and accidents are expensive. Prevention costs money, but failure can cost much more. This slide gives us a broader picture of industrial accidents in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. The numbers are not merely statistics. Every number represents a person, a family, and a workplace affected. The trend should make us uncomfortable because repeated incidents indicate that lessons are not always being converted into effective preventive action. Statistics are valuable only when they lead to action. Therefore, our objective should not simply be to report accidents, but to understand why they happen and make sure the same pathways cannot produce another tragedy. Coming to part 2, that is major industrial accidents. This section examines major industrial accidents in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. What can we learn from them? We will look at 3 major case studies and examine not only what happened, but also the consequences and the lessons. My message is very simple. History becomes valuable only when we learn from it. If an accident happens somewhere else and we fail to learn from it, we are wasting an opportunity to prevent the next accident. This slide gives us the timeline, shows how industrial incidents have continued across different years, locations, and industries. We can see that these are not isolated to one type of plant or one particular process. They include gas leaks, fires, reactor explosions, and other process safety events that tell us something important. The specific equipment may change, but the underlying safety challenges often repeat. Our responsibility is therefore to identify those common patterns and strengthen our systems before a similar event happens in our own workplace. Coming to case study 1. Essentia Advanced Sciences. This is the first case study, and the incident involved a pharmaceutical intermediate manufacturing facility at Achdapur. The accident sequence shown here begins with a solvent leakage, followed by vapor accumulation and ignition, eventually resulting in multiple explosions and a major fire. The human consequences were severe, with lives lost and many people injured, along with significant plant damage and the prolonged disruption. The important lesson is that hazardous chemical handling requires strong process safety, leak detection, preventive maintenance, emergency preparedness, and effective leadership. Coming to case study number 2, Segachi Industries at Pashmalayara. This incident involved an explosion and fire in the chemical division. The slide highlights combustible dust accumulation, ignition, housekeeping, and dust control issues, together with gaps in process safety management and hazard identification. The human cost was extremely serious. 54 lives were lost and 28 people were injured. Beyond the human tragedy, there were major financial and business consequences. The lesson is clear. Housekeeping, dust control, and hazard identification are not routine formalities. They are critical barriers against catastrophic events. Coming to case study 3. The third case is SB Organics, involving a reaction vessel explosion. The slide highlights issues such as temperature and pressure buildup, control system failure, possible process deviation, and gaps in monitoring and hazard management. The incident resulted in 5 lives lost and 25 more people injured, along with major plant and equipment damage. One important lesson is that catastrophic accidents rarely come from one failure alone. They develop when several small weaknesses remain unnoticed. That is why continuous monitoring, reliable protection systems, strict procedures, and learning from near misses are essential. Coming to part 3 of my presentation, learning from failures, transforming accidents into organized learning. An incident should never be treated as simply as an event that is investigated and forgotten. We need to identify what happened, understand why it is happened, learn from it, improve our systems, and prevent reoccurrence. This is a continuous cycle. Investigation without learning has little value. Learning without implementation has even less value. The real objective is to convert every incident, near miss, and observation into an improvement before another person gets hurt. What do these accidents have in common? These accidents occurred in different places and different industries, but the underlying values show remarkable similarities. We see poor risk assessment, inadequate process safety, weak maintenance, poor training, weak supervision, unsafe work practices, poor change management, and inadequate emergency planning. This tells us the major accidents are rarely caused by one isolated failure. They occur when several barriers become weak at the same time. Therefore, prevention means strengthening every important barrier before the hazard reaches the people. Coming to important slide of my presentation. This is perhaps the most important slide because behind every accident number is a human story. When one person loses a life, the impact extends to parents, spouses, children, colleagues, and the wider community. Families may face emotional trauma, financial hardship, and a permanent change in their lives. Organizations also lose experience, knowledge, and morale. So, when we discuss safety, we must never reduce people to statistics because behind every number is a name, behind every name is a family, and every family matters. Coming to business impact of an industrial accident. An industrial accident does not stop at the accident site. It spreads through the entire organization. Production may stop, equipment may need replacement, legal cases may follow, insurance costs may rise, customers may lose confidence, and supply chains may be disrupted. Environment cleanup can add another long-term burden. So, most importantly, business continuity itself can be threatened. So, the real question is not what did the accident damage? The question is how many parts of our business did the accident affect? This is the most important slide. The accident cost iceberg. The iceberg is a powerful way to understand accident costs. What we see above the water are the visible costs. Those are medical expenses, property damage, repairs, production loss, and penalties. But below the water are the hidden cost, investigation, legal expenses, lost productivity, employee turnover, training, customer dissatisfaction, reputation damage, and future business loss. These hidden costs can be much more greater than what we initially see. Therefore, prevention is financially smarter than recovery. The best accident cost is the accident that never happens. Coming to part 4, building a world-class safety culture. How do we build a world-class safety culture? Safety culture is not created by one department or one safety officer. It is created through leadership, systems, behavior, and continuous improvement. This slide brings together several important safety approaches from risk assessment and process safety to emergency response, contractor safety and leadership. The goal is not simply compliance. The goal is to create an organization where safe behaviors becomes normal behavior and where everyone takes ownership of safety. This Swiss cheese model. This model teaches us that no single safety barrier is perfect. Every barrier can have weaknesses, whether in design, procedures, maintenance, training, supervision, or emergency preparedness. An accident occurs when these weaknesses line up and allow the hazard to pass through every layer. The lesson for industry is powerful. We should not depend on one control. Building multiple independent layers of protection. So if one barrier fails, another should stop the event. Strong barriers create resilient systems. This is bow tie risk analysis. It helps us visualize the complete pathway from causes to consequences. On the left are threats such as poor risk assessment, equipment failure, human error, or poor maintenance. In the middle is the top event such as an explosion, fire, or gas release. On the right are the possible consequences. Our job is to strengthen preventive controls before the top event and mitigating controls after it. This gives us two opportunities: prevent the event and minimize its consequences if it occurs. Coming to Henry's safety pyramid, it emphasizes the importance of addressing unsafe acts, unsafe conditions, near misses, and minor incidents before they develop into serious events. The key message is not simply the numerical relationship shown in the pyramid. The real message is that organizations must pay attention to the large number of warning signals at the bottom. If we ignore unsafe conditions and near misses, we may eventually face a serious incident. Address the base of the pyramid to prevent the top. Coming to domino theory. Domino theory presents an accident is a chain of events. One condition leads to another, eventually resulting in an accident and its consequences. The important idea is that we don't necessarily have to stop every domino. We need to break at a critical point. In modern safety management, that means identifying unsafe acts, unsafe conditions, and correcting them before they develop further. A small intervention at the right time can prevent a much larger consequence. Coming to risk assessment matrix. Risk assessment is one of the most practical tools available to us. The process begins with identifying the hazard, then assessing likelihood and severity, calculating the risk, and finally implementing appropriate controls. The important point is that risk assessment should not become a paperwork exercise. it must influence the way work is actually performed. When the risk is high or extreme, the response must be immediate and effective. The objective is simple: identify the risk before the risk identifies us. Next, come to process safety management. It is particularly important in chemical, pharmaceutical, petrochemical, and other high hazard industries. It provides a structured approach to managing process hazards throughout the life cycle of a facility. The key elements include process safety information, hazard analysis, operating procedures, training, mechanical integrity, management of change, incident investigation, emergency planning, and compliance audits. The important message is that process safety cannot depend on individual memory or experience. It must be embedded in systems. Coming to hierarchy of controls. It tells us that not all controls are equally effective. At the top is elimination, removing the hazard completely. Then comes substitution, engineering controls, administrative controls, and finally PPE. PPE is the last line of defense. PPE is important, but it should not be our first answer when a hazard can be eliminated or engineered out. The question we should ask is, can we remove the hazard? Can we isolate it? Can we engineer it out? Only then should we depend increasingly on administrative controls and PPE. Coming to behavior-based safety. This is one of the most important tools. Safety is not only about procedures, it is also about behavior. Behavior-based safety focuses on observing how work is actually performed, providing constructive feedback and reinforcing safe behavior. The objective is not to blame people, it is to understand why people behave in a certain way and create conditions where the safe choice becomes the easy choice. Observing, recording, providing feedback, discussing, and reinforcing and analyze. Over time, safe behavior becomes the habit, and habits create culture. Next, permit to work system. Permit to work is one of the most important administrative controls for high risk activities. Whether the job involves hard work, confined space, work at height, electrical work, isolation, or line breaking, the permit ensures that hazards and controls are identified before work begins. But a permit is not simply a piece of paper. It represents an agreement that the right people, right place, right conditions, and right controls are in place. No job is so urgent that we cannot take time to do it safely. Coming to emergency response framework. Even with strong preventive systems, organizations must be prepared for emergencies. An effective emergency response framework involves preparation, detection, response, recovery, and review. The first priority is always to save lives, followed by controlling the incident, protecting the environment and assets, and restore operations on site. So communication is critical throughout the process. And emergency response cannot be developed during an emergency. It must be planned, trained, drilled, and continuously improved before actual emergency occurs. Coming to contractor safety management. Contractors are an integral part of industrial operations, and contractor safety is therefore organized safety. The responsibility starts before the contractor enters the plant with the proper selection and requalification. It continues through planning, risk assessment, training, supervision, performance evaluation, and continuous improvement. We cannot say they are contractors, so safety is their responsibility, because anyone working inside our facility is part of our safety system. Strong contractor management means stronger control over risk. Coming to safety leadership framework. Safety leadership is not about position or designation. It is about influence and action. A safety leader sets direction, leads by example, engages people, builds capability, recognizes safe behavior, manages risks, and continuously improves performance. Most importantly, leaders must be visible and willing to listen. People observe what leaders do more than what leaders say. Therefore, if you want a strong safety culture, leadership must demonstrate that safety has equal or greater importance than production, cost, and schedule. Coming to my safety excellence model, that is Srinivas Safety Excellence Model. I believe the principles are necessary for safety excellence into the Srinivas Safety Excellence Model. The model places people first and combines leadership, risk intelligence, safety systems, people empowerment, communication, performance improvement, and care and well-being. The objective is zero harm, but zero harm should not remain a slogan. It should become a management philosophy. We need to assess, plan, execute, monitor, and improve continuously. Safety excellence is achieved when people, process, and performance move together. Coming to action part of my presentation. Now I want to make this presentation personal. Safety improvement does not always require a major project or a huge investment. Tomorrow, each one of us can do something, that is identifying one critical risk, correct one unsafe condition, coach one employee, report one near miss, and prevent one potential accident. These are small actions, but collectively they can create a major change. So I would like everyone to leave with one question. What is one safety action I will personally take tomorrow? Coming to next slide. Safety audit and compliance. Safety also requires compliance with applicable laws, regulations, and statutory requirements. But compliance should not be treated as the final destination. A good audit identifies gaps, evaluates their significance, initiates corrective action, and verifies whether the action is actually effective or not. The cycle is plan, audit, evaluate, act, and improve. Management commitment is essential because compliance requires resources, monitoring, and follow through. Ultimately, we should not comply merely because the law requires it. We should comply because protecting people is the right thing to do. This is the reference slide. The information in this presentation has been developed using safety standards, regulatory guidelines, professional safety concepts, and publicly available information relating to industrial incidents. The objective of presenting this reference is transparency and responsible learning. Safety knowledge becomes valuable when it is based on evidence and translated into practical action. I would encourage everyone not only to look at the conclusion in this presentation, but also to study the original standards, investigation findings, and regulatory requirements relevant to your own industry. Coming to the last slide, let me conclude with one simple thought. Safety is not only about preventing accidents, it is about protecting people, families, businesses, and the future. Leadership gives direction, commitment gives consistency, competence gives capability, collaboration gives strength, and continuous improvement keeps us moving forward. We must move from people over processes, prevention over reaction, awareness over ignorance, care over compliance, and excellence over average. My final message is simple. One team, one goal, zero harm. Thank you very much for your time, your attention, and most importantly, your commitment to safety. My strong closing line: learn from the past, act in the present, prevent the next accident. Because every accident teaches us something, but the greatest success is learning the lesson before someone pays the price. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Now it's time for questions, improvement sessions. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Srinivas Garu. It is amazing, amazing. Every slide is worth talking for hours, I think. Yes, with that, I would like to request our today's Q&A moderator, Mr. Dinesh Paul, for taking over and conduct the sessions. Dinesh ji.
Thank you very much, Ashok sir and Jitu sir, and especially for the today's presenter, B.M. Srinivas, Dr. B.M. Srinivas, with the Deputy General Manager. Let me first thank you for your so informative and we can say A to Z. What is the accident? What is the consequence? What we can do? Everything you included. But let me give opportunity to the audience if they have any question and query. Since I received the two questions in my personal chat message by our none other than Sri Ashok Garlapati ji. So let me read out that question. First he asked, when you shared the slide, the frequently accidents. So are there any improvement in government regulations due to these repeated accidents? And there is another one follow-up question also. Does government do any audit in the pharma industry? After this question, I will ask to audience, keep ready your questions. If you didn't message me, you can just raise hand after answering this question by our presenter. Sir, over to you, Dr. B.M. Srinivas.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Actually, government says, I think, auditing is compulsorily, nowadays they are doing it, I think so. But as far as my knowledge is concerned, there is no improvement or interest from government side. That's what.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
You may raise your hand, whoever had the question. So I will directly ask you to ask your question to our presenter. Since nobody raising the hand, let me take this opportunity to ask the question to the presenter. Question is not will be very new. Since inception of the safety, it is very long history. I don't remember the year.
You can
And
unscreen.
we are doing.
Stop
Yes, sir?
sharing, sir.
I'm
okay,
just
thank you.
yeah,
Share.
no.
Yeah,
yes.
Good. Yes,
So,
go ahead. Yeah.
Dr. B.M. Srinivas, what you would like to answer in a 1 or 2 line that after these all efforts by the HSE organizations overall the world, accident is not stopping 100%, and that is not possible. But I heard somewhere all accidents are preventable except the natural disaster, which is not in human control.
Yes, sir.
Over to you.
Correct, sir. Yes, sir. Correct, sir. Actually, most of the accidents can be controlled or mitigatable, sir. But natural disasters, it is not in our hands. So by doing so, these models and risk assessment, hazard identification, definitely we can. And one more thing is emergency preparedness, like mock drills, emergency systems can definitely control or give us awareness what the hazard, what are the risk assessment and something.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Let give opportunity to, I can see one raise hand by our respected Jayanti Lachaya ji. Please, go ahead.
There's a question in the chat box also. Yeah.
Question in the chat box.
Okay. Yeah, let me read out. It says, Mr. Raju says, usually HSC is a small team, and to build a resilient safety culture, you mentioned to follow many HSC processes. How do we manage it with a small team? That is his question.
Yes, sir. With small.
Go ahead, sir. Yeah.
So with small teams, with small small slides or small presentations, definitely we can develop this safety culture. So,
yes. So yeah, of course, small teams should have a good technology tools, digital
by
tools.
using digital tools, yes, internet and everything, definitely we can make the difference.
Yeah,
Mr.
so we
Veera.
can see there's some raise hand.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
I'll give an example. J&A Bharat is a vast organization. How many people are managing this? Ashok Garlpati and Jitu Bai. Yes or no? This is the answer from my side. Thank you.
Mr. Nathan. Go ahead, Mr. Nadar. Yes.
Can I answer this question, please?
Yes,
A
please go
small
ahead.
team.
Please go ahead. Yes.
See, a small team. It's not we see large organization. If you see a district, the entire district is administered and governed by a district collector alone. Okay, he has a very small team, and he manages the population of the entire collectorate or the entire district. A CM, Chief Minister of any state, he has a small team. See, small team does not mean we are very less number of people. It's your administrative controlling or your leadership qualities that manages the entire organization or entire workforce. It is you, the small team. I don't know who asked the question. It's up to you how you manage them psychologically, administratively. It is your capability and it is an art. If you learn it, you succeed. If you don't, it's a problem with the team. Okay, it's better we learn from others and we cultivate a habit of managing the people in a very safer way, in an administrative or whatever the way you are thinking it is feasible. That's the way we manage the people. It is after all human psychology, nothing else. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you very much. Since I didn't see any raised hand, but I can see the unmuted mic from our great leader, Jitu Patelji. I feel he want to ask something or say something. Please go ahead. Jitu sir.
I don't have any question. So I will make comments when Ashokji invite me for recognition.
Yes, that's good, Rajit sir. Yeah. Let me.
So I think let me conclude this here and hand over back the mic to the Ashok sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dinesh ji, for nicely conducting our Q&A session. With that, before we go to the next session, we would like to recognize our today's speaker, Dr. B.M. Srinivas Garu, DGM, Mechanical, Visakhapatnam Steel Plant, for presenting a technical session. With that, I request Mr. Jitu to say a few remarks. Mr. Jitu.
Thank you, Ashokji. With great respect and permission from our keynote speaker, Dr. Srinivas, I would just say that looking at the chat box comments as well as my own, though I'm a deaf person, but I can see his slides and hear him talk with a lip reading, that his bottom line is we should not consider safety as a lip service, even though one or two questions were referred about the regulatory authority. JNA Bharat and global foundations have written to the state governments, even to the Prime Minister's office. We never received any feedback back to us, but we do know that some of our comments made, even though they were from virtual so-called imaginary investigation reports indicating what might have gone wrong and what should be the conclusions and what could be the recommendations, they have been utilized by, at least one can say formally, by one of the state governments in a very prestigious even press report and press conference. So we feel proud of what we do at the JNA Foundation. Regardless of whether we receive formal feedback or not, we feel that our contributions went a long way. With having said that, again, looking at the chat books, our friends from Nigeria, and a couple of them are very highly respected, highly awarded with the highest honor. Their comment I'm including with saying and also joining the other two gentlemen just spoke. What an outstanding presentation, Dr. Srinivas, you made. Highly informative, very systematic, extremely professional, and to me, when you brought the family, extremely emotional, with high impact in conveying the message to respect safety and to avoid shortcuts to save time and money. My second point I wanted to say is that you indicated the cost, because the title of your presentation was Neglecting Safety, how much it costs. And you indicated all that list, whether it is medical costs, property damage, equipment repair or replacement costs, production loss, and if the company or incident was penalized with some fines, and the hiking insurance with the insurance premium as well as the payment they may have to make. This is only this, but the biggest loss is the loss of life or injuries, and that was very touching that you indicated. The third point you highlighted some case studies for lesson learning purpose. One incident I really remember myself, which I have been faced with many, but one which was a disaster, LPG gas plant disaster, costing several million, $100 damage, several fatalities, almost $1.3 billion production loss, and replacement cost was also of that plant $1 billion. So that speaks all what you just shared with us in 35 minutes time. A wonderful presentation. And the fifth one is that I can tell you there are a number of disasters or incidents costing millions of dollars, billions of dollars, and lots of fatality. And this is really what we want to stop happening. In your slide, you indicated and you provided how we can mitigate or control very explicitly the controls needed to mitigate the risk, And finally, but not least, you touch base very, very carefully, very sensitively, saying we should not be a blame culture. We should be proactive and learn lesson from the mistakes we have made. What went wrong is the key. And overall, I can only say that I learned a lot, and I was really extremely impressed with the presentation you made. And I am grateful to my friends from Nigeria who also took part of this presentation. And they are wonderful people, and they will carry forward in not only Nigeria, but also in the neighboring African nations. That wonderful. Thank you so much. And you deserve this even virtual certificate of appreciation from the foundation. Please accept it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Great honor.
Thank you, Dr. Srinivas. I'm sure you would have spent a lot of time to make those slides, and appreciate your continued support in giving back to the community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So with that, before we go to the next slides, next session, I want to briefly talk about our scholarship programs. These are the scholarship programs, and these are the recipients. We announced the this year's scholarships also. I'm going to talk about that. And Mr. Professor Ramana, Chair for the Student Mentoring and Scholarships, and he is based in Hyderabad, Telangana. Also, Dr. Lakshmi Narayan Prodhutur. These two are the gentlemen who are spearheading our scholarship program. Along with that, Mr. Dakshinamurthy, our advocate in Tamil Nadu. And this year, these are the pictures of the last year scholarship program distribution and in Hyderabad and in Tamil Nadu. This year, we already announced, and the last date is 31st August. So we started receiving nominations from the students, and based on the eligibility criteria, If you want, you can always go to our website and find out more information. There are 2 scholarship programs are available. One is for the healthcare students, another one is for the safety students, focusing on the women's safety. And yes, I was telling that we launched the AP Shop, which is basically for the students HSE fraternity, and you can contact Mr. Jayanthi Lachaya Garu or Madhu Burra Garu for any support locally at Vizag to engage with this student facility. With that, I would like to invite our good friend, Mr. Aju George. He's a founder and CEO of Hello Safe Private Limited, Kerala, India, and he's also part of our fraternity. He has come forward to give back to our fraternity today. Let's listen from Mr. Aju George. Aju.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, J.N. Bharat Foundation and Ashok sir and Jitu sir for this opportunity. Let me just share across the screen.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So myself, Aju George. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes.
Yeah, I am founder and CEO of Hello Safe Private Limited. We are a startup based out of Kerala, and we make EHS management solutions for industries, adventure sports, and healthcare. Our mission is simple: be it a 10 or 10,000 people organization, everyone should be able to have a world-class EHS management system at affordable cost. Thanks for the previous speaker, Srinivas Garu. He was explaining very well, like, in order to build a safe culture, resilient safe culture, we need to set up different processes. Like we need to set up permit to works. We need to conduct the investigation and find out the root causes using different methodologies. We need to manage audits. But what I face, or what we all as an HSE team or HSE members, we face at the site is that we are small teams at organization, very few number of people, but we have a lot of processes that manage and own. Like as I was mentioning, I'm managing permit to work in paper, investigating incident in Excel. Then I have audits, I've put it in Google Docs. So all this documentation is segregated, like fragmented in somewhere in Google Docs. A lot of documents are in WhatsApp and different places, maybe in OneDrive. Only like bigger organizations are able to afford the EHS softwares. So what we do as Hello EHS is that it makes everything, all the processes at one platform. You don't have to go to multiple places. You don't need to tell your workers, like you have workers to put observation in the mobile or Google form. Everything happens at one place. When an audit happens, when an auditor comes and asks for an evidence, you don't have to go to another document. Everything sits in one place. That is Hello EHS. So let me just show you main issues that we already face. Data is multiple places. We have no visibility of what is the risk at the site. As Srinivas sir was mentioning, it is important that we have learnings from the past incidents. We know what is happening at the site right now. So Hello EHS helps you to get the visibility of what actually happens at the sites. It does not only one process. We have currently 12 modules that are live. It spans from permit to work. Then we have observation, which is like covers all the deviation that can be reported by people. And it just not only any worker, like, we are not giving like just a form to the worker who needs to put it in English. What we are doing is that a solution, a worker can talk to Hello EHS in Tamil, and it reports the observation, it reports the incident. You don't have to train them separately. Okay, this is how you fill the form. So what we are able to achieve with the capability of AI, or with the advent of AI, is that we want to make every worker safety steward. Like, let them bring the observation, let them bring the incidents to us. Be the reviewer. Okay, then we manage the system. So we have all different modules to, like as sir was mentioning, we have audits, then we have shift inspector log, document management system, our idea is to make, like if you have the Halo EHS system, and you should be able to comply with the ISO 45001. So this is the software that we have built, and we are a small team. We are trying to give it back to the community. And like while we were facing, or while we were discussing with multiple HSE people like us at the site, one of the main pain points that we were facing was, in order to get pilot, like even a even I want to try an EHS software at the site, it is costing me like minimum of 1 to 2 lakhs for a couple of months. Then only I can convince the management, okay, this is worth doing it. Okay, this is how you can build the resilient safety culture. That itself is costing me 1 to 2 lakh, which normally management says, no, that have difficulty. So what we are trying to give it back is that, yes, we are a startup and we do have some credits, and we have some credits from Startup India and all. So what we are offering is that we can give you the software, we can give you the solution, we can give you the training for 3 to 4 months. Maybe if you need for couple more months to prove it, yes, we need the system, we can give that also, so that you can show your management, yes, building a culture through using a technology, using a safety system like this can help the organization in long term. Now suppose, that is what we are trying to do. And what I will request everyone is that if you have anyone looking for solutions like this, they want to give it a try, we call it as pilot, they want to do a pilot, please share it across. You can reach out to us, or you can check the details at helloehs.com. I'll share my mail IDs as well. And that's it. Thanks for your time and patience. Thanks the NBA Foundation.
Thank you so much, Aju, and we will share with all the fraternity, and of course, whoever is attending, they will get the complimentary access as well. Thank you, Aju, for giving back through our platform. Appreciate. And with that, we also would like to thank our financial contributors. Everybody is welcome to contribute the knowledge, the finance, and time, volunteering. So these are our knowledge donors. I can say Dr. Srinivas also will going to this particular donors Hall of Fame. And we have a knowledge ambassadors through the WhatsApp group. We would like to thank them as well. And these are our governance body and functional committee chairs. And again, our 24-26 term is ending. We are looking for the volunteers. In case you are interested, please go to our website and fill the form there. And our upcoming programs are very easy. The 53rd OKT session is by our another fraternity by name Mr. L.R.K. Harikrishnan. He is a health and safety manager for Kio Consultants, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Over a period of his exhaustive experience, he has developed a called Hari's P2P Notes. Today we heard about Srinivas Safety Management System, and next OKT we are going to hear about Hari's P2P Notes. So trick my brick in synthesizing core arguments, key safety concepts, proactive frameworks, and operational takeaways from all 15 chapters of this P2P notes. So mark your calendars, 23rd September 2026 at 20:30 hours. On 54th OKT session, October month, we are going to, I'm sure you are aware about the World Mental Health Day, which is on 10th of October, focusing on the mental health and safety issues. And we are inviting our governance board member, Dr. Praveen Patel from Arizona, USA. He is going to talk about the importance of the mental health and the workplace safety. So both are interconnected. Let's listen from him and also take back to our workplaces. Again, our Dinesh G is there. He's our communication and leadership master. So he's ready to welcome our AP Chef members as well as our fraternity. For more information, you can talk to him also. Our Let's Give Back to Create a Safer Tomorrow. And these are our WhatsApp group, and you can always join there. These are our foundation's account details, and in India as well as in US for the global. So all the information is available in our website as well. With that, we would like to invite our Rangachari Ligaru, but I think he got held up. So we would like to thank everybody for joining today. It's about 3 minutes more. During those 3 minutes, we would like to take a ceremony group photo. So I will stop sharing the screen and I will also stop recording so that we can take a photo. Yes. Kindly open your cameras, please. We see a lot of people. Yep. Anyone else? Great. So with that, I would like to conclude our today's session, and let me also stop recording.
Is Rangachari not there?
No, he excused us today. And
So
with that,
if you give me
yes.
20 seconds, please.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, Jitsab, yeah.
For me, it is really heart-lifting to experience the volunteerism, and that is called the philanthropy. We just heard Ajuji mentioning about, he's a very young man, but so dynamic and willing to give back. Similarly, now we have another gentleman who is going to give us a presentation, 53rd OKT, Mr. Hari Krishna. So this volunteerism really touches my heart. And just for the people who are still on the webinar, that the foundation has this WhatsApp group, which is almost 700 people on a daily basis gaining not only information, knowledge, but also assisting in finding employment or changing employment, and so on and so forth. And one gentleman, historically for almost now 4 years, on a daily basis gives a capsule in the evening per day. That means he talks about the process safety, in other words, system safety engineering issues on the process plant. What could happen, or what might have happened, or what could be mitigated, how. All this on a daily basis, not just only general safety, but issues on daily basis related to system safety engineering. At the same time, once per week on each Friday, Keyur Pandya is giving lessons on artificial intelligence, which people may think something different over the years. Now it is on our fingertip. We have experts, and they are also sharing their knowledge on each Friday. So I encourage everybody to take good advantage of this. I'm too old, as they say. It's difficult to teach new tricks to old donkeys, or monkeys. But even at my age of 85, I feel very, very elated and outstanding. So I think I'm very, very much touched. And as I use the word, my heart is lifted with such volunteers. Thank you, Ashok.
Thank you so much, Jit Saab. And we established a platform, and many people are joining on that. Again, we request everybody to continue your efforts for safer and healthier workplaces by enhancing our competency levels, which is very, very important. With that, I would like to thank everybody and conclude our today's session. So with that, everybody can sign out now, and we are going to have a meeting with our Mr. Nathan, who is going to...
I'm going to stand up and salute to our keynote speaker today. He did an outstanding task of sharing his knowledge.
Thank you, sir.